In 1617 Japan, Hanzo Hasashi lives a peaceful life with his wife Harumi, their son Satoshi, and the Shirai Ryu clan. One day, while collecting water, assassins from the rival Lin Kuei clan, led by the powerful warrior Bihan, invade the compound. Bihan uses his icy powers to slaughter the villagers and freezes Hanzo's wife and son to death. Upon returning, Hanzo discovers their frozen bodies. Devastated but driven by vengeance, he kills the assassins and engages Bihan in a brutal fight. Though skilled, Hanzo is defeated and fatally wounded. Before dying, he hears the cries of his infant daughter and crawls toward the house, but dies before reaching her. A dragon-shaped mark is revealed on his arm just before his body burns away. Moments later, a lightning strike signals the arrival of Lord Raiden, who takes the surviving baby to safety. Centuries later, Earthrealm faces the threat of annihilation by Outworld. Only chosen champions, descendants of the Hasashi bloodline, can prevent its fall. In the present day, Cole Young, a down-on-his-luck MMA fighter, prepares for a bout supported only by his wife Allie and daughter Emily. Despite a valiant effort, Cole loses the fight. Afterward, he's approached by Jax Briggs, who notices a dragon-shaped mark on Cole's chest, identical to Hanzo's. Cole brushes it off as a birthmark, but soon he begins to experience strange visions of a flaming warrior. Meanwhile, in Outworld, Bihan, now known as Sub-Zero, serves the dark sorcerer Shang Tsung. They plot to eliminate Earthrealm's champions before the tournament can begin. Shang Tsung knows a Hasashi descendant lives, but Sub-Zero dismisses him as a threat. One evening, Cole and his family are out for dinner when snow begins to fall in the middle of July. Suddenly, ice spreads across their table, and Sub-Zero appears, unleashing a deadly hailstorm. As panic erupts, Jax arrives just in time to drive them to safety. He reveals he also bears the dragon mark and urges Cole to find a woman named Sonya Blade. Jax stays behind to confront Sub-Zero. In a brutal showdown, Sub-Zero easily overpowers him. He freezes Jax's arms solid before shattering them completely, leaving him for dead. Cole, now entangled in a centuries-old conflict, must begin to uncover his role in the fate of Earthrealm. After ensuring Allie and Emily are safe, Cole sets out to find Sonya Blade. He tracks her to a junkyard where she attacks him, mistaking him for a threat. Once Cole reveals the dragon mark and mentions Jax, she brings him into her trailer. Sonya explains that Sub-Zero has been hunting others with the mark. Though she doesn't bear it, Jax received his after killing someone who had it. It transferred to him. Her research has uncovered an ancient tournament called Mortal Kombat, a battle between realms. Sonya has imprisoned Kano, a dangerous mercenary with the mark, formerly of the Black Dragon clan. Suddenly, Shang Tsung's assassin Reptile attacks using camouflage. During the chaos, Kano breaks free and kills Reptile by ripping out his heart. With her research destroyed in the attack, Sonya is lost until Kano reveals he knows where Raiden's temple is. Sonya lies, promising him $3 million to lead them there. They journey through the desert, eventually meeting Liu Kang, one of Earthrealm's champions. Liu Kang, who can manipulate fire, explains the stakes. Earthrealm has lost 9 consecutive Mortal Kombat tournaments. One more loss and Outworld can conquer the realm. He brings them to Raiden's temple where Jax lies unconscious and recovering. Liu promises they'll try to heal him. Cole, Sonya, and Kano meet Raiden, who doubts their potential. Before training begins, Shang Tsung arrives with Sub-Zero and Mileena. Sub-Zero attacks, but Liu Kang is saved by his cousin Kung Lao. Raiden halts the ambush, reminding Shang Tsung that attacking before the tournament is forbidden. Raiden then creates a force field to protect the temple, forcing the Outworld forces to retreat. Liu Kang begins training the fighters, helping them unlock their Arcana, their unique inner power. This explains Liu's fire and Raiden's lightning. However, Sonya can't participate. She doesn't carry the mark. Instead, she tends to Jax, who awakens and finds he has mechanical arms, but struggles to accept his new condition. Meanwhile, Cole and Kano begin training but are easily defeated by Liu Kang and Kung Lao. Liu tries to guide Cole, urging him to discover what truly drives him so he can awaken his power. As the fighters gather for dinner, tensions rise when Kano can't stop running his mouth. Liu Kang and Kung Lao take turns taunting him, calling him impulsive and powerless, traits that in their eyes make him an unworthy warrior. Pushed to his limits, Kano finally snaps. That moment of fury unlocks his arcana, allowing him to unleash a powerful laser beam from his right eye. Later, Cole approaches Raiden to learn more about his mysterious dragon marking. Raiden reveals that Cole is a direct descendant of Hanzo Hasashi, the legendary warrior whose baby daughter he rescued centuries ago. Raiden also explains that the visions tormenting Cole are of Hanzo trapped in the Netherrealm, burning with vengeance and waiting for the chance to strike back at Sub-Zero. Feeling unworthy of the mantle he's been given, Cole chooses to return to Earthrealm to be with his wife, Ali, and daughter, Emily. Meanwhile, Shang Tsung assembles a fearsome roster of new champions to launch his next assault. Among them are Nitara, a vampiric demon, Reiko, a brutal enforcer, Prince Goro, a four-armed monster, and Kabal, a high-speed mercenary with a vendetta against Kano. The two were once Black Dragon allies until Kano betrayed Kabal and left him for dead. Now sustained by a life support suit, Kabal sees Kano as a potential asset for Shang Tsung. Kabal locates Kano at the temple and convinces him to switch sides. Tempted by power, Kano turns on the others and uses his eye laser to destroy Raiden's protective barrier. With the shield down, Shang Tsung's warriors launch a surprise assault on the temple. Simultaneously, Goro is sent to hunt down Cole and his family. As chaos erupts, Sonya battles Mileena, but the latter spares her, deeming her unworthy since she lacks the dragon mark. Kabal overwhelms Liu Kang with his speed, while Reiko easily overpowers Jax, knocking him and Sonya unconscious beneath a massive boulder. Desperate to save Sonya, Jax summons his inner strength, his arcana, causing his mechanical arms to grow in size and power, granting him the strength to lift the boulder and rejoin the fight. Elsewhere, Nitra swoops into battle only to meet her end at the hands of Kung Lao, who executes her with a fatal finishing move, slicing her clean in half using his spinning metal hat like a buzzsaw. Meanwhile, Goro brutally beats Cole into the dirt. But when the monster threatens Ali and Emily, something within Cole awakens. His arcana surges to life, encasing his body in golden armor and manifesting bladed tonfa weapons. Empowered by his newfound strength, Cole slices off Goro's arm and impales him through the eyes, killing the beast. Sensing Cole's awakening, Raiden teleports him back to the temple and reveals his lineage to Shang Tsung and Sub-Zero. But the moment is cut short. As Raiden attempts to evacuate the champions to the void for safety, Shang Tsung makes a brutal move. He seizes Kung Lao and drains his soul, killing him before Liu Kang's horrified eyes. Liu Kang mourns the death of his cousin Kung Lao, while the remaining champions regroup to strategize against Shang Tsung's forces. To aid them, Raiden presents Cole with Hanzo Hasashi's kunai, the very blade recovered after Hanzo's death. With renewed determination, Cole suggests facing the enemies in one-on-one combat, true to the spirit of the tournament. Raiden agrees and teleports each fighter to their respective opponents. Jax is matched against Reiko, now empowered by his upgraded mechanical arms. Despite Reiko's brutal strikes with his warhammer, Jax turns the tide and crushes his opponent's skull in a brutal finishing move. Meanwhile, Sonya is sent back to her trailer where she confronts Kano in a final showdown. After a fierce struggle, she impales him through the eye, killing him and finally earning the dragon mark. Empowered by her new arcana, Sonya joins Cole in his fight against Mileena and unleashes a plasma blast that tears a hole through Mileena's torso. Liu Kang confronts Kabal once more, this time finishing him with his iconic Fire Dragon fatality, engulfing Kabal in flames and incinerating him completely. Elsewhere, Sub-Zero locates Ali and Emily on Earthrealm and freezes them alive. Cole rushes to face him but is quickly outmatched. As Cole bleeds during the battle, his blood touches Hanzo's kunai, triggering Scorpion's resurrection from the Netherrealm. Now reborn, Scorpion joins the fight against his old enemy. Together, Cole and Scorpion battle Sub-Zero, with Scorpion ultimately using his fire abilities to incinerate him. Before departing, Scorpion thanks Cole for freeing him and urges him to protect their bloodline. In the aftermath, Shang Tsung returns to claim the bodies of his fallen warriors, ominously hinting that death is not the end. However, Raiden intervenes and banishes him back to Outworld. Though victorious, Raiden warns the team that more battles are ahead, and they must recruit new fighters in preparation. Later, Cole visits the gym where he usually fights and announces his retirement. When the promoter asks what awaits him in Hollywood, Cole replies simply, "He's going there to find someone."